save the Queen of Corona. Against the law. It was against the law. Without a rose, save the Queen of Corona.
We thought we'd ask the water cooler question, the question that everybody's talking about. And here it is. Are you ready? Will this prolonged lockdown, this self-isolation, or whatever you choose to call it, cause A, more babies to be born in America, or B, more divorces to occur in America? The word itself scares me so much I can't pronounce it. Joining us now to take us on this national quandary is my colleague Scotty Nell Hughes, and our newest and shiniest political contributor here at RT America. We welcome Stephen Gruber. All right, guys, this really is the question of the day, isn't it? More babies or more divorces? Steve, I'm going to let you start since you're the new guy. Take it away, my friend.
Rick, good to see you. Thank you for having me here. You know, let's be honest. People have a lot of spare time on their hands, and what are you going to do with all that time? I suppose you're going to find out if your good relationship was good, it might have gotten a lot better since you were locked in your house and you couldn't go anywhere. You can't go out on a Friday night, so you find something to do, maybe a little bit of wine at home, some romance, and next thing you know, you have a few million children. We'll call them Coronials. How about that for a term? Coronials is what we'll call the wave of children. You like that?
I love that.
But that's possible, right?
The fact that you just coined a phrase right here is very exciting for us. We're going to have to find a way to get that out there. Go on. I did not mean to interrupt you with my laughter. Continue.
No, that's fine. I think there's going to be a lot of people out there that have a chance to get together and literally get together and spend time because there's nothing else to do. And how much binge watching of television can you do? After a while, you get bored. Honey, what are you doing? It's a third time today. Yes, but it's only noon. Let's make some good work of our time. Plus, you have to couple this with a little bit of research I did. I found that the Carex plants, Carex makes 1 in 5 condoms on the planet. This is an important point.
Yeah.
They're closed. So Carex is closed. 1 in 5 condoms on the planet is not being made. There's a condom shortage, Rick. So this could multiply, no pun intended, could multiply the problem.
Man, that is such a very well-prepared and full-throated report. Well done, Steve. Scotty, tell him why he's wrong.
Well, that's the thing. He's not wrong. And considering right now I'm in the middle of a house of teenagers, I'm not worried about the Coronials. I'm actually worried about the quarantines that are going to happen, because Lord knows if you've ever lived with teenagers in your house, that right there is like living through the apocalypse, especially when you're all in the house. But I'm going to actually put in there C, Rick. It's not just going to be the babies and the divorces. It's going to be C. It's both. I think we're going to see a lot more pressure, a lot more stress put on families. Add into that the fact that you've got an economy and people losing their jobs every day. And I think you have a really good chance at people fighting, making up, and then fighting again. Unfortunately, it might involve more lawyers. It's nothing new. This is usually what happens after any pandemic. What makes this time different, Rick, is that we've actually radically altered our lives, no doubt. But normally, during a crisis, it's human nature to kind of come together. But in this case, we're being told, and in some cases paid, to stay apart. So if you want to talk about the stars are not aligned with the moon right now, that's exactly what is happening with this crisis, and it's happening globally.
Well, you know, I've been married to the same woman for 30 years, only woman actually that I've been with, and I'm going to wink at the camera right now and let her know that there's nothing, including the coronavirus, that could ever separate us, because that's how much you mean to me, honey. Okay, now back to the story, in case we get it. I think this is the kind of thing that can actually cause dysfunctions in marriages and in families, because as Americans, we're always on the go. We don't live like this anymore. We're not Farmer Joe and Farmer Mary anymore. This is really weird circumstances that we're going to find ourselves in. And if not now, guys, 2, 3, 4 months from now, if this continues, my goodness, right?
Well, it could be tough. There's no question, Rick.
Well, that's the thing. And let me just point this out. On one hand, you're right, Rick. Things were going, everybody was going several different ways. The lemonade out of the situation is it has made families have to prioritize and spend time with each other. And that's been, society has forced that. So in some cases, I do believe that the family bonds have become stronger. And Lord knows, I played more board games with my children than I ever have before in my life. So in that case, at least communication is happening with that next generation that had been torn apart by everything else.
Steve, if you're a type A personality, that's going to be tough to accomplish. I don't know what kind of guy you are yet because we're just meeting, but can you pull that off? Can you sit around playing board games for days?
You can do it for a while, but let's be honest about that part of it as well, Rick. I mean, children are a bit of a disruptor when it comes to romance. So Scotty might be onto something there. I mean, mom and dad, yeah, they can sneak off here and there, but not if you've got a house full of teenagers. I've got a couple of kids in the house right now, a teenager. There's no free time. You need to find a place to sneak off if you're going to be romantic. And to Scotty's point about financial pressure, well, she's right about that. It's the number one cause of divorce, not only in America, but around the world. And if you lose your job and you've got pressure, that can make people, grumpy, to say the least. So that could create some tensions along the way. So I don't know what's going to happen. In our house, we're getting along great. Sounds like you're doing well in your house as well, Rick, with your wife of 30 years. You've never been with another woman. I like that. So I don't know how it's going to break. But I also know that Dr. Fauci threw out the idea that if you need to get on Tinder or Grindr, that might be okay a little bit. Upset me a little bit to see the idea of Dr. Fauci with, tousled up hair and just upset a little bit, swipe right. I don't know, but that's what he said. It's just, Scotty, I can see the look on your face. It's what he said.
We could go all day, but we're out of time. Thanks so much for both of you. And Steve, welcome aboard. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you.